Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Peace be upon you, everyone. In this video, I'm not going to speak in Arabic. I'm going to speak in English. Why? Because it's an English learning video. So let's get started. So the first thing is the why. لماذا? And this is very important because it's the drive, the goal, why you're learning this language. Sometimes you'll find difficulty in the beginning and you will start to quit. So it's better that you put on a paper and you write down your goal. Why would you learn English? This very important skill in today's world, very important language. And I'm going to help you with some reasons, and you write your own as well. So, for travel and for no travel, English is going to help you whether you're going to travel or not. If you're going to travel, it's going to open job opportunities. It's going to open ways for learning other cultures, for visiting many places, because English is a universal language. So many countries, they will be able to understand you if you speak English. The other thing is, even if you don't travel, even if you stay at your place, at your home, you will still benefit from learning English. How is that? Well, there are online courses. There are YouTube channels, very beneficial. For example, I'm studying computer science here at Toronto Metropolitan University, and the first course I took it before I came to Canada. It was CS50. Example is my case. I did not expect to be the first in the baccalaureate exam on 2023. But when I got the first place and I applied to university, they asked for an English exam. So I either had to give them TOEFL or IELTS. So I went with TOEFL exam. So you will have to take an English exam if you want to apply to university. And if I did not learn English before that, I would not succeed in this exam. Because I had only 3 days or 4 days to prepare for this exam, which is not enough time to learn English from the beginning. So I just learned the strategies for the exam, how is the exam composed, the times, the sections, and everything. But English, I already had it. So that's why it's very important. Some opportunities in life, they come. And when they come, if you miss them, they will not wait for you. Now, speaking of TOEFL, let's understand a little bit what English is. In TOEFL exam, they will test you in 4 things. Reading, قراءة, listening, استماع, speaking, تكلم, and finally, writing, ولا الكتابة. So these are the 4 main skills in English. So here I have 2 questions. The first one is, which of these 4 do you think is the most important skill? Okay. Of course, all of them are important, but which is the most? And the other question, the second question is, which skills are the main focus in our schools, in middle school and high school? Well, let me start by answering the second question. From my experience, when I was in middle school and high school, they were focusing on reading and writing. And the proof is, well, the exam is you read the text and you answer comprehension questions about the text. And then at the end, you write written expression. So there is not too much focus on listening and speaking. Yes, the professor may speak in English, and then you will improve your listening. But mostly, teachers may not be speaking English at class because not all students understand it. So they don't speak fully in English. They speak in Arabic to make the students understand the information. So in general, these 2 things are not focused on at schools. Which brings me back to the first question, and the most important skill is actually listening. And let me tell you why. First thing is, these 2 skills, reading and listening, are reception skills. ولا التلقي. It means the information comes to you. You absorb the information. The other 2, expression skills. ولا التعبير. It means the information comes from you. So, as a student, as a learner, in general, you will need to receive the information more than you do need to express it. That's why they say, for example, we have 2 ears and 1 mouth. It means you need to listen more and talk less. So, for example, if I am in a lecture and I need to listen to the professor speaking for 3 hours, I don't have to say a single word. Maybe I'll ask a couple of questions, but I will need to listen and focus and follow along the professor for a long period of time. So listening is the most important one. Now, reading is also very important, but when you're reading, you usually have the time to go back and read again, to open up Google Translate and translate the words at ease. But in listening, if you miss the information, you miss it. If you are speaking to someone, they will not repeat everything they say. So you will have to catch the information when it's thrown at you. Well, one way you could improve your listening in school is by speaking to your professor and asking him questions in English in class. And don't be afraid or embarrassed. Everyone started at some point. So if you speak in English in your English class, your professor will respond in English. And this way you will improve both your listening and speaking at the same time, because you will have a discussion with your professor in English. Okay? And I encourage you to do this for all the languages if you want to improve yourself. School is a great resource, so leverage it. Take advantage of it. Okay? But this is not enough. We said listening is the most important skill. So if school doesn't focus on it, you will need to. All right? Which brings me to the following point.